What's up, gamers? This is Darfrost Calmer, and here today we are going to head for criminal case number 32, chapter 3. We are also going to be analyzing the killer, the killer's tier rank, or after the arrest. We're going to rank that killer by the method of killing and the reason for killing, and lastly, will the murder weapon will be likely to be used, or has it been used in real life? So yeah, without further ado, let's go to chapter 3, shall we? Okay. Commissioner Sally. A certain Tess Goodwin wants to see her. She claims to know who tied up and murdered Rani Goshwal. Surely a student couldn't have discovered who the killer was before us, even if she does major in criminal psychology. Either way, the longer the killer is at large, the more the students are at risk. So we need any help we can get. Which reminds me, Ramirez, I want you to go around campus to hang up posters asking for any possible witnesses of the murder to come forward. A walk around campus that actually sounds like fun. And you're right, Darfrost Calmer. Since we'll already be on campus to speak to Tess, we might as well search the campus lawn. Alright. Why don't we start off for the start talking to the suspects just as usual. Okay, Tess Goodwin. I don't feel well. Do you think you can overdose from taking too many vitamin C supplements? I honestly don't think so, Tess. Apparently you wanted to see us because you know who the killer is. I don't know your killer's identity, but I do know their psychological profile. From what I've heard about the way Rani died, I can tell your killer is passive-aggressive with a deep inferiority complex. In other words, they must not belong to the Psi Sigma Gamma house. Those girls are more twisted and morally depraved than any psychopath I've ever heard of. And these psychos become especially deranged during rush week. I mean, they're famous for their sick hazing rituals, which leave most girls emotionally damaged. I actually wish I could study their hazing rituals to learn more about group torture firsthand. It was going on last night, but I wasn't able to get close enough. Tess Goodwin takes vitamin C supplements. Tess seems overly obsessed with Psi Sigma Gamma, and it's not reassuring that she wants to witness the hazing for herself. What if she captured Rani and decided to conduct her very own little hazing in the name of research? Still, Tess is convinced Psi Sigma Gamma organized the hazing, but she couldn't get close enough to the sorority to witness it. Lucky for us, we're unstoppable. Right, new crime scene. Okay. First, let's head to the first crime scene that was mentioned. Campus lawn. Right. I'm just sipping my juice. Alright, let's just do this. There. Alright, here we are. Searching some clues. Paper notes, Ronnie, Raven, graduation cap, Awesome job, Darfrost Calmer. Look at this note. It's addressed to Rani, but the message is too faded to read. Do you think you could recover the writing? And at first glance, this looks to be a broken trinket of some kind. Since it's on the crime scene, it could be of importance. Would you mind piecing it back together? Hell yeah, I would. But first, the app itself was about to fail, but it was a close one. But anyways, let's continue the case. I'm sorry. Okay. So... oh crap. Got photo. Camera. Right here. Cell phone. Okay. Good job, Darkfrost Calmer. Nobody these days ever leaves their cell phone just lying around like that. I've got the sneaking suspicion that it could be of interest to us. It's asking for a pin code. Do you think you can guess it in less than 3 tries? And look at this photo of Rani and her sister in front of the Taj Mahal. I agree, we should give this back to Misha. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Not sure about that. But yeah, why not? I wanna see her reaction. Here, Misha. Commissioner Sally found this picture of you and your sister in the Psi Sigma Gal sorority, and we thought you'd appreciate having it back. Already, I've just learned that she wanted to join the same sorority as me, Psi Sigma Gamma, and I know what my sorority sisters are capable of. Since I've been suspended from Psi Sigma Gamma, I don't know if they even conducted their hazing ritual last night. Madison promised me they didn't go forth with the hazing, yet Rani's dead and I don't know who to trust anymore. I'm going mad over this. You look faint, Misha. Maybe you should eat something. How can I eat knowing that Granny is dead? The only thing I managed to swallow was a vitamin C supplement, and even that made me feel sick. Boo-hoo, I'm such a terrible sister. Last time I saw Rani, I invited her to eat a frozen yogurt. I had totally forgotten she was lactose intolerant. Misha Goshwala eats frozen yogurt and takes vitamin C supplements. It kills me to see Misha in such a state, and if it turns. Put it down, Luke. Thanks. My bad. That was my older brother. Okay, let's get into this. It kills me to see Misha in such a state, and if it turns out that the girls of Psi Sigma Gamma killed Rani, it would be the ultimate betrayal. Sadly, we need to solve this case quickly. All these stories and rumors aren't good for anybody. Hell yeah. I hope I'm not creeping you out, guys. Alright. Let's see what this message is. Sadly, oh man, God, the Frost Calmer does it again. I can't believe how quickly you managed to recover the message written on that note you found on the crime scene. So let's see what's written. Run, you died, Josh. Short and straight to the point. But you've got to be pretty stupid to sign your name on the death threat. We already know Josh posted a video online claiming to have slept with Randy. So why would he then threaten her to keep quiet? It doesn't make sense. I really don't want to see his face again, but it looks like we don't have a choice. I just keep my hands in my pockets for fear of slapping him. Interesting. Why don't we examine the other forensics first? There we go. Excellent work, Sally. You restored that piece of jewelry you found on the crime scene in no time. And look at these symbols, you're right. We've seen similar ones before on Randy's scrapbook. These are Hindi letters. Since this piece of jewelry is of Indian origin, this could very well belong to our victim. Let's quickly send it to the lab. Alright. One more forensic and we'll talk to the suspect. Alright, we're going to be. Alright. It's pretty easy. You decipher the code. Well then, sadly, you unlock this phone you found in the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority house in no time. I mean, Darfloss Gallery. Now let's see. Oh my god, this phone belonged to Randy. Let's hurry and send it back to the lab. It might finally give us some insight into our victim's private life. Right before we start our forensics, let us talk to the suspect. Josh, like, hey, what are you doing? I've just found the magic cure for hangovers. Frozen yogurt laced with vitamin C supplements. Works a charm. Don't try to change the subject or we'll give you another headache. We found a death threat you wrote to Randy. It was the last piece of evidence needed to arrest you. What? No, wait, I'll tell you everything. Randy caught me kissing another boy outside the amphitheater yesterday. I pleaded with her to keep it a secret. But why even keep it a secret? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, he's gay. WTF, wake up, man. Everybody judges you all the time. You got to fit in and pretend you're someone else. If people found out I was gay, I'll lose everything. So I thought if I leaked a video online claiming to have slept with Randy, it would damage her reputation, and no one would ever believe her if she said the truth. Josh Anderson eats frozen yogurt and takes vitamin C supplements. If Josh is telling the truth in that he feels pressure to hide his true self, then I feel sorry for him. Still, this doesn't excuse his online video. I mean, destroying a young woman's reputation just to save face. Tell me, Sally, how are things ever gonna get better if the new generation doesn't rebel against expectations? And given that Josh has acted out that part so carefully for so many years, don't you think it's possible he could have taken it one step further? Either way, he got what he wanted. Randy's not going to be telling anyone his secret anymore. Well, that sucks. Oh, okay, we are going to be waiting for the next 12 hours or so. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye! Alright, here we are. We are back for the forensics. So, let's check them out, shall we? I analyzed that jewelry recovered from the crime scene, and it's actually a really beautiful anklet of Indian design. And there's Rani's name written on it in Hindi. I ran some tests and managed to extrapolate fragments of pink fibers stuck within the chain work. Okay, but of what interest is that to us? Well, as you know, Rani's hands were tied up by the killer, so she could only use her legs to defend herself. Obviously, at least one of her kicks connected to the killer, and that's when microscopic pieces of the killer's clothing got stuck in Rani's ankle. So our killer wears pink clothing, huh? They picked the perfect color to really make the handcuffs stand out. The killer wears pink fabric. Right, on to the next forensics, laboratory results. I was about to say. I analyzed the victim's phone you found inside the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority house. I didn't find anything in her texts or photos. But then I realized her call history and noticed that she called an anti-hazing hotline late last night. You're right, Sally. That anti-hazing hotline is used to report illegal hazings. Rani hung up after a few seconds, but I could still trace the call, and I can confirm it came from inside the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority house. I don't know why Rani hung before reporting the hazing, but at least this proves without a doubt that there was a hazing going at the sorority. Let's go talk to Psi Sigma Gamma president again, and this time Madison better do one better than her puppy eye look. That's true. Right. Let's talk to president of Psi Sigma Gamma. Madison, we have proof that your sorority subjected the first year students to hazing last night. Hazing? Oh no, officers, we were just having a little bikini party, and I admit we had a bit of fun by riding on the rushies. But I've never heard of death by permanent marker before. And maybe there were a few challenges to compete, but we thoughts have to have some sort of test to decide on who can enter our prestigious house. And was there any drinking involved at your party? I admit I may have drunk a little champagne. It's my only weakness apart from that. I'm an angel. But I made sure nobody under 21 drank, and before you ask, Rani was at the party but she left with all the others. Madison Springer drinks champagne. I'm getting tired of that queen bee acting all innocent all the time. Death by permanent marker. Well, at least the Sharpie explains all the writing on Rani's body. I'm sure all the other pieces of the puzzle will fall into place shortly. A little while later. Commissioner Sally, your idea to put up posters around campus calling for possible witnesses really worked. You're such a genius. One student came forward. Apparently, she was on She was on a night out with some friends, and they took a load of pictures. As it turns out, some were taken near the campus lawn last night. Oh my god, please tell me she caught the murderer on camera. I don't know, she gave me all her photos. I'm not sure what I should do, for example. Don't sweat it, Ramirez. The frost camera will have a look through them and be done with it in seconds. Isn't that it? Hell yeah. We are going to solve this. Yes, no matter what. Oh, I wonder who the killer is. Oh, tribute. Okay. Excellent works, the frost camera. I'm amazed you managed to pick out this particular photo among all the other ones the student gave us. Look, the photo's pretty blurry, but in the background, it looks like it could be Randy who's tied up with someone standing next to her. That must be our killer. Oh, these girls were most probably so drunk that they failed to notice Randy. You're right, there seems to be something glinting on the killer's shirt. Thanks to the flash of the camera, I can't make out what it is, but hopefully Alex will have more luck than us at the lab. Alright, see you guys in 12 hours. Dark Frost Cover out. Here we are back on the blurry photograph. We are ready to check on the results, on what does it tells us on this photo. So let's check it out already, so we could feel the last evidence to arrest who killed Rani Goshwala. I analyzed that photo that you found among all those snapshots. The eyewitness gave you of her night out, and I can confirm that it is indeed your victim in the background, with her killer standing right next to her. I enhanced the glint coming off the killer's shirt and discovered that it was a brooch. I could even make out the letters on it. They are Greek letters which make up the Psi Sigma Gamma name. So our killer wears a Psi Sigma Gamma brooch. Well, how about that? The killer wears a Psi Sigma Gamma brooch. Later in Chief King's office. Commissioner Sally, how's your first case of the University District coming along? Not too big of a challenge, is it? Not at all, Chief. We were actually preparing to leave the station to arrest our killer. The Frost Camera, are you ready to go teach them a lesson? Alright, here we are. We're going to arrest the killer. See who killed Rani Goshwala. Is it one of them? I'm not sure. No, it's definitely not the college dean. Definitely not the psychology student. I don't see her drinking champagne or wearing a pink dress. Oh no! I couldn't believe it. Wow. For all this time, you really did kill your sister. Like, why? I don't understand it. I'm guilty. You're under arrest, Misha Goshwala. Misha Goshwala, you're under arrest for the murder of your younger sister, Rani Goshwala. It wasn't a murder, it was an accident. When I heard she was dead this morning, I thought it was just a bad dream. An accident? You tied her up and tortured her. I didn't mean to. It all started because of Madison. She phoned me up last night after Psi Sigma Gamma organized their hazing initiation. Of course, Rani passed all their tests with flying colors, and Madison couldn't shut up about how Rani was so much cooler than me. How could I not be mad? Ever since we were kids, Rani has always strived to be better, prettier, and more popular than me. She lives to make me miserable. I decided to tell her how I really felt. As my sister, I hope she would understand, but when I saw her in her bikini covered in writing, she looked so ridiculous. And that gave me an idea. If I humiliated Rani in front of the whole college, maybe it would ruin her reputation forever. I told Rani that there were more hazing rituals coming up and that she needed to practice drinking. I kept giving her more and more to drink, until she finally refused. She was already quite drunk, so I easily managed to tie her up, and then I forced her to keep drinking until she passed out. And after admitting all this, you still want us to believe it was an accident? It was, I swear to you. I didn't want to kill her. I just wanted people to find her like that in the morning. If I had realized there was an anthill next to her, I would have never left her there. Oh, I see. So it was an unintentional kill. That's why she died. Oh my god, what kind of monster am I to have killed my own sister? Misha Goshwala, as far as I can tell, you're a bright, educated girl who's enjoyed a healthy upbringing. Yet you've murdered someone you've grown up with, someone you're meant to love unconditionally, your sister. I swear it was an accident. I never meant to hurt Granny. You tied Granny up, forced her to drink, and let her get swarmed by thousands of ants. Whether you acted consciously or not, this is no accident. Misha Goshwala, you're hereby charged with manslaughter and sentenced to 12 years in prison, during which I want you to see the prison psychiatrist regularly. Please, Your Honor, I've made a horrible mistake. I'm ready to pay for it. But please don't throw away my life like this. We'll make sure you continue your education during your term, and we'll assist you every way we can upon your release. But this is prison, not summer camp. Ouch, it really hurts. Everybody says university is meant to be the best time of your life, but it's also that age where you're still figuring out who you really are, and some days can get lost on the way. On the plus side, the youth have loads of energy to spend, and so do we until our next case. There's a concert at the Greensboro University Concert Hall. What do you say we go get our groove on? Alright, I think that's it for this chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day. Dark Frost Killer out.